Hi, I'm Jillian, and I'm going to talk about ethical issues in biotechnology. Biotechnology is any technological application that uses biological systems, living organisms, or derivatives thereof to make or modify products or processes for specific use. Some examples of biotechnology are drugs and medicines that are created for mild and severe illnesses, pesticides to prevent insects on crops, insulin, in vitro fertilization for women who are unable to give naturally birth, cloning of animals or crops, clones, brewing alcohol, making cheese, turning produce into everyday items, like turning corn into plastic cups that are recyclable, making jeans and clothing the color that they are without dyeing them, producing grade A crops, and it helps create many other daily used and consumed items. Now, the main issue about biotechnology is that some religions are against it, and many people think some areas of it are unnatural, for example, cloning, and many are scared that it will cause harm to the environment. Harm. Now, the ethical dilemmas are that crops can transfer genes to wild varieties. So, for instance, a natural leaf, if messed with, could go with a lime, and that would make a weird leaf lime. Insects may become resistant to the pesticides, so they'll try eating it, and they won't die because they'll be resistant to it. Stem cell research divides scientists, religious groups, and politicians depending on the belief as to when life begins. So many religions believe that life begins at conception, so they are against stem cell research, which is a biotechnology. And these are some questions. Will things go too far? Will it be destructing nature? What are the long-term effects? Will what it means to be normal be redefined? And this is a quote from genethic.de. Insect-resistant strains may reduce the use of insecticides, but will genes spread from herbicide-resistant strains to produce superweeds? So we'll be creating superweeds instead of produce? Now, the implications for biotechnology is that if no laws are placed on the limitations of biotechnology, there can be a negative impact because they could create the perfect human, and that could evolve the perfect race. For example, athletes could get biotechnically engineered calf muscles to jump higher and run faster than other athletes. Start jumping. A perfect race could make people too overpowering. A perfect race could make people too overpowering. Roar. And mutant forms of animals and crops and humans can be formed. For example, they could try to clone a polar bear, but it could come out with no legs. That would not be very good, and that's not very ethical. And on top of that, crops and soil can be contaminated, and stem cell research could get out of hand and there could be too many people in this world. So the ways to deal with biotechnology is that we need to learn how to use this technology in ways that will benefit us and not make us stray from our natural ways. Laws are put to limit the use of certain areas of biotechnology. For example, there are laws on stem cell research, and extensive research needs to go into an idea before it is performed so no mistakes happen.
I need to research how to post a YouTube video for my class. This is worth 1,000% of my grade. You know what? I'm not going to do the research. I just don't have time. Oh no! My video didn't upload onto YouTube! I failed the class!
We don't want that happening. So, in conclusion, biotechnology is found in everyday life, but we need to make sure we use it safely so it doesn't get out of hand.